What's up, everybody? Game Crunch here. I got some pretty disappointing news to share with you all based on some Xbox studio closures. And I'm going to go over a little bit of speculation as well because it's got me kind of thinking, just based on a couple statements which we'll go over here. They might be shifting things to get a couple games that we're really waiting for moving along a little quicker. So I'm just going to kind of go over this article here with you real quick. As per usual, if it's your first time here, I go over all kinds of gaming news. I do live streams for video games and fun videos and all that kind of stuff. So if that's your jam, please like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel grow. And let's get right into it. I highlighted a bunch of key points here to keep this video as short and sweet as possible. And let's go along here. So Xbox is shutting down Arkane, Austin, Tango Gameworks, and two other Bethesda studios, Alpha Dog and Roadhouse Games. So Arkane, Tango, Alpha Dog, Roadhouse Games will be closing down with some staff joining some other teams. So this is where things kind of get a little interesting on what teams they're joining. So Matt Booty, he's the head of Xbox. He's up there with Phil Spencer. Told staff the decision was made based on a reprioritization of titles, which is interesting, and resources, and that some employees will be realigned to other teams. So not everybody's losing their jobs, but it seems like a lot of people are being laid off, and that's really unfortunate. Heart goes out to you guys. If any of you guys end up watching this video, I feel really bad for you. I'm sure you guys are a very talented team, and you'll find something else. Keep your head up. So these changes are grounded in prioritizing high-impact titles and further investing in Bethesda's portfolio of blockbuster games and beloved worlds, which you have nurtured over the decades. So what do you think they could be talking about here? There's one game in particular that is pretty hot right now due to its series. To double down on these franchises and invest in and build new ones requires us to look across the business to identify the opportunities that are best positioned for success. So they're basically saying we're going to focus on our big stuff. What am I talking about? Probably Elder Scrolls 6 and probably Fallout. I think that's exactly what they're talking about. I think a lot of these guys are going to be shifted over to development because they want Elder Scrolls 6 out tomorrow, and they want that next Fallout title moving along. Especially with the success of that TV series, they're going to try and capture something there. So that's kind of my speculation. Is a lot of this has to do with they're trying to shift a lot of that. And take this with a grain of salt. I'm literally coming up with this off the top of my head, but I mean, based on what they're saying, I think there's a pretty good shot. This is what they're moving people to, Fallout and Elder Scrolls. But let's keep going over this. Arkane Austin, the studio behind Redfall, will close with some other members joining other teams. Yeah, we went over that already. Redfall's previous update will be its last. This is kind of unfortunate for anyone that, all 7 of you guys who actually enjoys Redfall. I really feel bad for all 7 players. That's unfortunate, and really unfortunate actually for anyone that actually bought that game. Yeah, poor bastards. Kind of goes over here. Japan-based Tango Gameworks is also closing, which was responsible for The Evil Within. Check that one out. Ghostwire Tokyo, I'm actually playing a little bit right now. It's okay. I'm not huge into it. I don't even know if I'll finish it, but it's okay. And Hi-Fi Rush, which did really well for Microsoft, so I'm surprised that they're going to that extent to close Tango, considering that they're pumping out decent titles. They're not responsible for Redfall. That was Arkane, which Arkane is typically good. I think there was just some loss of direction there. Something went wrong. Alpha Dog, I've never even heard of Mighty Doom. Don't really know. And then Roadhouse Games, I haven't really heard of them much either, but again, doesn't make you guys any less important. I really do feel sorry for you guys. And then a small number of roles across Bethesda publishing and corporate teams they're also getting rid of. Sounds like most of this is just kind of corporate PR speak. The main thing here I wanted to go over is that Microsoft confirmed in January that 1,900 staff will be laid off. And they're not quite clear if that includes this or if this is an addition to the 1,900 that was reported on before. Now, there's some additional information here from the boss over at Arkane. As you can kind of see here on the screen, how he's described this. And I mean, obviously his emotions are kind of at play here, but I mean, yeah, it kind of is. And he kind of goes over the fact that even though Redfall was a bit of a disaster, you kind of gotta. It's not like Arkane has only pumped out crap games. They've done other games, and there's always room for. There's always going to be some human error. There's always going to be some missteps, and I think that was a lot of it with the mismanagement of Redfall and possibly the I don't know, the probably lack of vision with it. I don't think that had Arkane done another game, it would have been another Redfall. But anyway, he kind of goes over. So his name is Dinga Bakaba. He's basically publicizing Microsoft here, calling it a effing gut stab. So he creative objective critically acclaimed for Deathloop. They made Deathloop as well, which is a pretty. I actually haven't checked that one out. I've been kind of interested, but I'm not 100% into those. Kind of just restart type of. I guess roguelike is what they're called. Like Hades was pretty good, but I'm not a huge fan of just playing the same levels over and over again and getting a little bit further. Kind of wears me down. And currently working on Blade. Responded to the news on Twitter. I'm just going to call it Twitter because I don't like to call it X. With his unusually frank message. So he basically says, kind of what I was saying, permission to be human. Any executive reading this, a friendly reminder that video games are an entertainment, cultural industry. And your business as a corporation is to take care of your artists and entertainers and help them create value for you. So he's kind of... asking for that human card that, yeah, we make missteps. Maybe all art doesn't land like it's supposed to, and, have faith in us because we've done good things in the past type of thing. Don't throw us into gold fever gambits. Don't use us as straw men for miscalculations. You can tell he's not happy. I mean, I hear you, man. I wouldn't be either. You know what I mean? Don't make our work environments Darwinist jungles. You say we make you proud, we make a good game, make us proud when times are tough. And that's always tough with corps, man. I always like to call them corpos, pretty much since Cyberpunk. Goddamn corpos. That's how they are, man. There's literally no feeling in anything that they do. As soon as you make one misstep, as soon as you do anything that doesn't align with their goals, you're out. They don't care. Then that's why I recommend none of you guys out there put any stock into any large company at all. They will cut you off in a heartbeat. They don't give a crap about you. So don't give a crap about them. But that's a digression. The Austin team, which initially set up in 2006, worked on the first Dishonored series, which again, a good series. Another one I haven't played. In fact, I don't think I've really played many Arkane games at all. Before developing 2017 version of Prey on its own. Most recently, the studio was responsible for Redfall. So, yeah, that game really did put a blemish on that company, unfortunately. Released in 2023 to technical issues, overwhelming critical reception. It's on a Metacritic of 56. But anyway, I'll kind of go over the last points here. Its closure means that planned Hero Pass DLC, that kind of sucks. As I was saying, I was joking around, all 7 of you guys that actually play Redfall. The Hero Pass DLC for the game, which had remained in development despite the game's bad launch, has now been canceled. So you guys that were promised the DLC or possibly bought a, I don't know if they had one of those, but I pretty much just assume all games do now, where you have like a deluxe edition where you get the DLC if you guys paid for it. This kind of sucks though. Players who had previously pre-ordered the game and were expecting to get the Hero Pass as part of their order will now be getting make good offers. I'm really interested to see what that make good offer is. Like, is it something they're just going to throw like some cosmetics at you or something in the game? Or like, are they going to give you, here's a select bunch of titles, we'll give you $10 off, or maybe they'll give you like a free month of Game Pass. Like, I'd be interested to know, and maybe when it happens, I'll make a video on what these make good offers are. But anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. That's really disappointing news that they had to go and close these studios. But on the flip side of that, my speculation is that they are moving a lot of these guys, and they're really trying to focus their time and attention, and their money, obviously, on franchises that are known to succeed. So they're really going to try and push out that next Elder Scrolls, and they're really going to try and get that next Fallout game rolling, especially with all the the hype around Fallout right now with the TV series. They're really going to want to get that next game in order. So I really hope that's what it is, because I'm a huge, huge fan of the Elder Scrolls. I love the Elder Scrolls games. Fallout, it's not exactly so much my thing, but I did put some good hours into Fallout and enjoyed my time with it. But Elder Scrolls is, hundreds of hours in Elder Scrolls and maybe 30 into Fallout. But I mean, if they put out a good Fallout game, hell yeah. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Again, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Really helps the channel grow. Trying to put out lots of content for you guys. Anyways, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Game Crunch out.